Hey folks, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. First off, I want to apologize for the lack of activity and reviews. I know I said I would take a break after the Tobe Hooper marathon, but even during the Tobe Hooper marathon, it's been slow. Because one thing, if it's not one thing, it's another. And for quite a little bit, I've had this pain right back here, where a muscle back there. I don't know how it happened. I didn't pull anything. It wasn't from pulling my dick or from pulling anything or lifting groceries. Rating up, some say maybe it's the bed, or maybe it's, some even say it could be dehydration, which can mess with your muscles. And so I'm drinking both of these. So I've just been not sleeping well and low energy and out of it. Yeah, if it's not one thing or it's another. And I told you that story to tell you this story, that I'm a masochist because I put myself in more pain by watching this film next for the Tobe Hooper marathon. From Tobe Hooper, the director of Poltergeist, A New Force in Fear, starring Brad Dourif, Cynthia Bain, and Melinda Dillon. Spontaneous Combustion. Now, of course, Brad Dourif, he was the voice of Chucky in the Child's Play films. He was been in Body Parts with Jeff Fahey, which is a very underrated flick. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Cynthia Bain, she was in Pumpkinhead. Melinda Dillon, she was the mom in Harry and the Hendersons. And this is not Tobe Hooper's worst film, but I say pain because it's his most disappointing film. Easily his most disappointing film, because this easily could have been another solid Tobe Hooper film. Because whether you think Tobe Hooper directed Poltergeist or not, that's a great flick. I enjoy Life Force. I reviewed that film. I don't mind The Funhouse. I don't mind Eaten Alive. I enjoy the first two Chainsaw Massacre films. Yes, I do enjoy The Mangler, which I'll mention why when I get to that. I mean, did he do worse films? Yeah, Night Terrors, Jinn, Mortuary. There are worse Tobe Hooper flicks. But this is the most disappointing because it's an interesting idea. And you have some, they're not good effects, but they're fun. I mean, this is not a good effect, but it's a fun effect. Like, whether they're good effects, I think of John Carpenter's The Thing, David Cronenberg's The Fly, the 1988 remake The Blob. These are just fun to watch, which I'll get to. But interesting idea, the idea of spontaneous combustion. People being killed by erupting in fire. Brad Dourif, he's the best part of the movie. He gives a very solid performance. And it's a shame that his performance is wasted on this flick. The biggest drawback of this movie is the script. The script is god-awful. The script is horrible. And it's an interesting idea, and it just failed in execution. The directing was very flat, and the script was really piss poor. And the way the plot developed and where it led to is like a very shitty version of The Fly by David Cronenberg. It's like a... Sadly, when Tobe Hooper was with us, not many people asked him about this film. And I said because I would love to know if anything happened during the production. Was the script changed? Were there production problems? Were there... like, why? What were they thinking? What was he thinking? What were any of these people thinking? I mean, Brad Dourif does the best that he can, but he can't save the movie. Now, the plot of the film, the first 20 minutes are in 1955, and there's this bomb testing site. And these two people who love each other, you find out later that they were given these anti-radiation medicine. It's a test to see when this nuclear bomb hits and they're in this safe house. I know that's what it's called, but in a bunker. They blow it up. They're still alive. There's no radiation. People are cheering. And one funny thing is you see one shot from the Earth when the bomb hits, and it's such a big light. It looks like an entire fucking continent got destroyed. I'm like, this is a test bomb in this area. Uh, the way you made it look like from outer space looking at Earth, you just destroyed all of North America, considering how big the light was. But also, you know there's a problem when one of your generals is Dick Butkus. The Bears. If you don't know who Dick Butkus is, look him up. When you cast Dick Butkus as one of the generals, yeah, you know, shit's off kilter. And not in a good way. I mean, the beginning, it's there. The reason these two did it, now they don't have a new home and a new life. And when they were down there, this took months. The wife got pregnant. The generals are wondering, should they make them abort it? The head guy says no. They give birth to the baby who has this birthmark on his hand. And the parents catch on fire. And then they look at the burnt bodies. And this didn't make sense to me. Maybe someone knows more about spontaneous combustion. You can make me understand this part. One guy digs in the remain skull of the father, and the skull's like this big, the remains. He digs in, and then he pulls out a skull this big. I imagine my face and its burned out husk. A guy digs into my brain, pulls out, and then all of a sudden there's a mini skull. Spontaneous combustion makes your skull shrink? Is that what it was? Like, there was just this husk, and then his skull became the size of a baby skull? Like, what? What? I didn't understand that. Could someone explain that to me? I know I must have missed something. Please feel free to explain that. I didn't fucking understand that shit. Did he have a baby in his brain? I mean, did George Romero see this and went, the dark half, when I make that movie, let's make an eyeball on the brain. Hey, you know, there's a fucking baby skull in this guy's head. Dark half is much better than this movie. So, after the parents die, it's present day at the time this was made. And Brad Dourif is with this girl. Again, her name is Cynthia Bain. I think that's her from Pumpkinhead. I could be wrong, but I think it's her. That was her, the actress. If I'm wrong, I apologize. She's trying out for a Shakespeare play. He's helping her out. They're together. He visits his ex-wife. His ex-wife's grandfather seems to like him a lot. And then strange things start to happen. His ex-wife is a bitch, leaves him with the check, even though he wasn't even there for more than 30 seconds. And then he's tapping his finger, and fire comes out of his finger. That he's looking at a fireplace, and that somehow causes memories of his parents to occur. Okay. So what? That's part of his power too? You look at fire and you become psychic? Or I don't know. And then you keep hearing these news stories of people burning to death, and I'm thinking, so is he burning people to death, but he doesn't realize it? Because this is another thing that maybe the movie explained it, but if it did, I don't think it did a good job with it. Because I didn't know if he was, I'm guessing he accidentally, without knowing about it, was burning these people. Because you keep hearing news stories about this. But then on the flip side, you have this one guy who says he's a doctor, who will follow him and spray people in the face. Like, he sprays Melinda Dillon in the face, but he doesn't set her on fire, so that's maybe, well, maybe it's not him. Because for a second I'm thinking, oh, was he following Brad Dourif and killing these people to cover up any tracks or anybody for the truth of what really happened? But I'm guessing no, it's just him unknowingly killing people, I guess. And then Brad Dourif says something's wrong with him. his girlfriend calls a radio station. I like the fact that the phone they have is literally a lit phone. But it has like pink purple lights. It's like literally a phone. I don't know how the hell to describe it. An old school phone, but it's all made of lights. Or it's, you just see pink purple bright lights of a phone. I'm like, this is supposed to be a very serious situation, but it's hard for me to take it seriously because you have this phone that I'm just distracted by the phone. I'm distracted by this almost neon phone. Jesus Christ. Just don't call the fucking Thundercats on that or something. If you see the movie, pay attention to that phone. Part of me's like, man, I want that phone. And part of me's like, man, they'll probably short circuit in 5 seconds and kill everybody. And they throw these little bits here and there, like, oh, my mom was singing to me, save the world, use your gift. So this, once in a while, that thought pops up. So when a movie does that, usually you think, oh, well, that's what's going to happen. He's going to save the world, he's going to use his gift for good, and he's going to be a good guy. But it would be like Darkman, which, hell, that was 1990. Darkman, that's a guy who got burned, and he got disfigured, and he's violent, but then he decides he's going to use his power for good, and he rescues his girlfriend, but he's going to go out there, and he's Darkman. Now, down, no, they don't do that, which is why Darkman is a good movie, and this film sucks. It's not the only reason, but it's one of the reasons, because the script, like, you think you're building up to that, and it's not. There's a lot of things that are clusterfucks, and made me go, was there even a script? At times it seems like they're just making shit up as they go along. They just went, okay, this guy, I've seen Firestarter. It's like they want to do Firestarter meets David Cronenberg's The Fly. And they want to put those two together because you have like an organization that kind of wants him for a weapon, kind of like they wanted Drew Barrymore for a weapon in Firestarter, but then he's trying to do this tragic figure who starts changing, and him with his girlfriend, like The Fly, and it fails. And I'm not a fan of Firestarter. I would say at least it makes a bit more competent sense than this movie. I'm still not a big fan of Firestarter, but I mean, The Fly is definitely a better movie than this. So he gets on the pink purple phone, lit up like a Christmas tree, calls back, trying to talk to this doctor, psychologist guy who feels things. I guess he's psychic. Then cuts off, tries to get back, gets John Landis. Yeah, John Landis is in this, who works for the guy and doesn't want to, hey, the time's up and we're ready to leave, and you know, the program's off the air. And he's like, listen, you dumbass, I don't care if what you're snacking on, give me the guy, give me the doctor, give him my message. And that's when he gets mad, people get burned, and you see John Landis like Godzilla blowing flames, and it's silly. It seems like a fucking comedy. And then blood pops out of Brad Dourif's arm, and then there's effect of fire there. And then cuts to John Landis, and fire pops out of his knee, and then he goes on fire. And if you ever wanted to see John Landis die on camera, this is your movie. That's for Twilight Zone, motherfucker. No, not really. But I mean, John Landis did fuck up on that, and I lost a lot of respect for him when he did that Twilight Zone bullshit. He's a fucking moron. But no, I don't wish that on the guy. It's just a joke, folks. But yeah, he unwillingly burns John Landis up. And the effects, again, I would not call them good. I mean, Brad Dourif's arm, this fire's coming out. You see some shots and you can tell it's a fake arm. But like I said, it's not good effects, but I had fun with them. Because, I don't know, I just had fun with them. I prefer, even chintzy's practical effects like that, I prefer over a lot of CGI. So, yeah, if you want a good laugh, the special effects are fun to laugh and watch. And they still look better than a lot of CGI fire I've seen in big budget movies. So yeah, I wouldn't call this good effects. Like The Blob and Fright Night and many classes from the 80s and 90s, I would call good effects. They're fun. They're not good, they're just fun. They're fun, like, okay. Sure gone more over the top then. I mean, that's the thing. This should have been just an all-out action movie then, Toby. And may you rest in peace. This should have just been an all-out action movie then. Just him fucking burning people up, and you still have the serious horror feel to it, but just go, if this is the stuff you're doing, just go off. And have him combat this company of people, and have him burn up the bad guys. And that's when you put those moments of, save the world, use your gifts. My mom's saying that to me when I was a baby. Have that flow through as if it meant something. Don't bring it up and do nothing with it. Because this is what I mean, where it feels like shit was just made up on the fly. And not Marty McFly. Think McFly, think. He just taken to the hospital, burns this guy who's an asshole, evil guy trying to give him this needle, which you find out later what the needle is for. Visits Melinda Dillon, who knew his parents, tells him about this, what happened. He leaves. The asshole doctor, evil guy, kills Melinda Dillon, like the spray in her face. Brad Dourif gets in a phone booth, calls his girlfriend. His girlfriend says, I knew this guy named Lou who was, I think, his ex-wife's grandfather, the guy who liked him a lot. Apparently he knew both of these people and got both of these people together. It's like, he told me to give you these pills, and Brad Dourif gets pissed and shouts, and you have this quick shot where this fire hand comes out of the mirror, but doesn't quite attack the girlfriend. And this is when he's really losing it. These two cops stop him, and these two cops didn't do anything. They weren't evil. So he burns these two innocent cops and says, burn, goddamn you. And I'm like, well, okay, well, now it's hard to root for the guy because these cops didn't do anything wrong. I mean, these cops were only doing their jobs and they weren't working for the evil guys. That's what I mean, like, what kind of writing is this? You want us to feel bad for this guy, but then he kills two innocent cops, and then you're going, well, why the fuck should I like him anymore? Like, The Fly, you didn't see Jeff Goldblum, The Fly, yeah, he did stuff, like he broke a guy's arm, and when he was really out of it, he puked on the one guy's hand. That's when there's like far off gone, but he's still trying to combat it, and then he's not just murdering people, but then we're supposed to feel sorry. It's not like they had a scene where he went off and, puked on 7. He walks, there's a fucking basketball game, and he finds a 5-on-5, and he pukes on 5 people's faces and burns their heads off with acid or something. Or let's just play basketball and breaks all their heads off, flies up and shoves it up people's assholes. It's not like they did that in The Fly. Be a different Fly movie, but they didn't do that. So then he gets to the grandfather of his ex-wife's place. You have the security guard. And Brad Dourif does warn him, don't do anything stupid. The guard shoots him in the hand. Then he says, oh, I'm sorry, man, I apologize. Now, I will admit, Brad Dourif does say, stay back. But then that's what I mean. I'm like, movie, you just had us see him kill 2 people, 2 cops who were innocent. But now you do this as if we're supposed to... What do you want? Like, why you have him kill 2 cops and then on top of that say, burn, goddamn you? I'm like, That's harsh. These two cops didn't do... They were innocent. They only shot and really self-defense. So he kills the security guard. That went on accident. Sees the grandfather character in the wheelchair and pretty much exposition of what he did. And apparently the girlfriend character is also like him because she was also part of another experiment. And now she's also like Brad Dourif. So they're both ready to spontaneously combust. And so he put them two together to see if they could learn to use and maybe make a baby and see what happens next. And then if you're going to ask why the fuck did his grandfather do this in the first place, the only explanation you get is the cleanest killing system on Earth, America's Atomic Man. I'm like, okay, movie down. Do you want to be a comic book movie? He's going to be Atomic Man? Don't wear a cape and shit? Like, where are you going, movie? And then Brad Dourif erupts in flames and an obvious dummy. And then the fake-ass flame ball, as if he's the Human Torch, hits the guy in the wheelchair. And then cuts to their girlfriend. That asshole doctor tries to inject her, but the needle, he injects her arm, but it goes through her arm, and then this liquid hits this thing. I don't even know what the fuck it was. It looked like pop rocks. I don't know what the hell it was. It looked like crystals or something. I don't know. And so it hits like the pop rocks or something, and then he burns up for a sec, and then the little chase, she flips him over, and then he burns up. And then the ex-wife of Brad Dourif, she's also a bitch, and makes the girlfriend burn up more and more. And then Brad Dourif arrives in his heavy, bald, burned up makeup. He burns her face, and another fun, well, that one, there's a lot of shitty effects too. Yeah, I'm not going to call these good effects. They're just, a lot of them are pretty shitty. But a lot of them are just pretty fun, goofy, hokey, fun. I don't know. It made me smile amidst all the other shit going on. And then, this is, again, let me repeat about why I keep thinking it's as if they were making shit up. You hear on the news before that, oh, something about the nuclear power plant, he turned it off, and I'm like, what? We just hear that like vaguely on the news? What did that do? What did that amount to anything? Did that, what was, so? Brad Dourif goes, hey, I could take away your fire and I could cure you. I'm like, you can? I didn't know you could do that. Now that's another power that popped out of your ass. What's next? You're gonna fly? Go back in time? And I thought maybe, well, I've seen this movie before, but I'm sure the first time I thought maybe he will, because he turns to a beam of light. And then a portal pops up as if it's a portal for fucking Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, as if any second a fucking phone booth is going to come down and land on it. Or going to land and go through the portals of time. Yeah, Brad Dourif turns into a beam of light. And then turns to a portal of white, bright light. And then his ghost hand comes up and takes the fire from her. And now she's cured. And she's kind of crying, looking in. The portal closes. And then the movie ends with green credits. I'm like, okay, that's unique. Green credits. Great, makes me think of snot, puke, boogers. God, spontaneous combustion. You know, the pain I feel here, the pain of watching this, I don't know which is fucking worse. For fun, let me read the back of this. It strikes without warning from deep within with such deadly force that within seconds its victims are reduced to a smoking heap of ashes. Its name, spontaneous human combustion, a baffling phenomenon that has been documented for centuries but has lain hidden in protective obscurity until now. From horror mastermind Tobe Hooper comes Spontaneous Combustion, a mind-searing tale of evil unharnessed, of unstoppable power and unspeakable fury, The story of one man, Sam Kramer, born of a pernicious, I'm not even sure what that word means, pernicious. Pernicious? What the hell is pernicious? Top secret radiation experiment, who must now face the awful truth of his legacy and the heinous power that has turned him into a ticking firebomb. Not time bomb, firebomb. A sizzling pressure cooker which revenge and redemption are found only in the cleansing flames of deadly fire. From Tobe Hooper, the director of Poltergeist, and starring Brad Dourif, Cynthia Bain, and Melinda Dillon. You have some pretty goofy, but at times they were kind of fun to watch effects. Not good, but they were just fun, hokey, old school effects that made me smirk. Really good role by Brad Dourif. It's sad that he didn't get too many roles as the leading guy, and one of the only times he got to do it was this. In fact, I don't know another movie that he got the leading man role. I really can't think of one. He's the actual star of the movie. I mean, technically, I guess you could say Chucky, but he's not even the star of those movies. And I'm talking about even then, like as a lead hero or a lead good guy, just he didn't get many chances to do that, and that sucks. And one of the only times he got to do it was this. And he's good, but you can't save the movie. It's just horrible script that by the third act becomes this clusterfuck of, oh, now I guess he's turning kind of evil, but he's not turning evil, but he's now breaking down, so now you think you have The Fly, which did it much better. I didn't like that direction. Hell, I mean, the same year you had Darkman. That's the direction it should have gone in, honestly. I'm not saying it needed to be comedic, but it's just one of those things that you're going, this is where it's going. And for a 96-minute movie, there are some slow spots. When he's in the hospital and when the movie has to stop for these exposition sequences, it's rather boring. The supporting cast are there. Melinda Dillon, I didn't buy her accent. Maybe because I remember from the mom, being the mom in Harry the Hendersons, but she had a little bit of an accent. I'm not sure what the accent was supposed to be, but I didn't buy it. I'm like, she's supposed to be German? Like, I don't know what it is. But I didn't buy her accent. Cynthia Bain, she's there. She's alright. If it had tighter direction, if it had a better script, if you really gave thought into what this character was going to do, is as if, well, okay, he found his powers. What do we do next? We kind of have this guy going after him, but then kind of don't. Because, like, this guy who wanted to stab Brad Dourif, he never gives the guy a comeuppance. The girlfriend does. The ex-wife, you find out she's evil, like, at the very, 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 very end. And you see her maybe twice throughout the rest of the movie. Our main story doesn't even start till 20 minutes. I mean, the first 20 minutes is just the prologue. Like, this is a 90-some minute movie, and the first 20 minutes is a fucking prologue in 1955. And then we're thrown into this, and then almost... It would have been nice to see more scenes of him really fighting this and wanting to try to control it, and no, I'm not going to let it beat me, and no, I'm not going to let it alter me, and I know what's right, and I know what's wrong, and I know what to do and not to do, and cops, you stay away, I don't want to hurt you. Him trying to warn the cops, no, I don't want to do this. Hell, you could have a bunch of bad guys going after who's working with that doctor with the fucking needle, and those are the people he's trying to stop, and he's defending himself. And Hell, even Lawnmower Man did this kind of stuff better. I like Lawnmower Man. The whole, he's a guy, he's a decent guy, then something happens and he changes, and that was handled with more care than this. This just, maybe Tobe Hooper wasn't the best director for this. Maybe you needed someone else. Maybe you needed a John Carpenter. Maybe you needed, hell, maybe a John McTiernan. Or you may, maybe instead of Firestar, Mark L. Lester should have done this movie. Or, you know, a much different ending. I would like more of a, not the typical tragic tale. I mean, maybe it's trying to go back to the Frankenstein monster, who's a tragic figure. You know, he didn't ask for this. Like, this guy was pretty much born with this thing. It's just a script that doesn't work, an ending that just goes into clusterfuck proportions, a 20-minute prologue that I think didn't need to be that long, considering like these are all characters that you, other than Melinda Dillon, you never going to see these characters again. Oh, one of the guys at the beginning not only was Dick Butkus as the general, but Dale Dye, which if you look him up, he's been in a lot of movies. I think he was also in Invaders from Mars with Tobe Hooper. But yeah, it's like 31 minutes long. I better end it here. It's just disappointing film. Disappointing movie. It's the second time I've seen this. It's on YouTube for free. Just type out Spontaneous Combustion 1990. You'll find it. It's like an hour and 36 minutes, I think. And yeah, it could have been a good movie, but you need a much better script. That's the big problem. I mean, yeah, you could say better special effects too, but you know what? If it had a better script, the special effects, I would have gone, yeah, it's hokey, it's not good, but I'll take it if it had a better script. So, I mean, Brad Dourif, this deserved to be like Brad Dourif's version of Darkman, or Brad Dourif's version of something like that, but, or Brad Dourif's version of a Scanners movie. Especially those Scanner sequels, like Scanner Cop. I love Scanner Cop. Scanners 2. But, no. But either way, thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.